Ballin' till 2 a.m. Still got game in the tank. Turn the page, check the score. Then I slide to the rank. Opinionated MJ. Spit it clean, keep it real. Live on collecting all the hits. Connecting every deal. From the hardwood to the mic. I keep the run down tight. One more run, one more take. For the one still up tonight. Say it loud, say it clear. Who got the stats right here? Show report, big heart. I bring the game near. All until 2 a.m. All until 2 a.m. Sports update, here we go. Let the whole room know.
What's up? What's up? It's your boy, Opinionated MJ in the building. You know, I'm a little scruffy. I've been a little busy working hard. Today I just wanted to really tap in on the WNBA. I know the NFL is on. I actually want to watch some of the Lions. I'm watching the Dream in the Sun right now, actually. So I'm tuning into that. But I did want to talk WNBA today. I don't know if y'all seen me like basically set this up as a WNBA early playoff preview because we're some of them have 12 games, some of them have 11 left, some of them have 10. So we closing in. I know that they will also be like going out, but before we even go any freaking further, let's make sure we show love to the people that show love to us. You know, make sure y'all get on Top Shot and do y'all thing with that. Make sure y'all do that. You know, they got the legacy packs is sold out. They got that going on. They got a bunch of other things going on. You could get some rips. You could buy it off people that didn't already bought it type of deal. But the WNBA actually has been pushing Top Shot now too. So at least on Twitter, I've seen that. So make sure y'all tap in with that. Let me get that out the way. And then pretty much what I want to go into is just the preview for me. Like I'm just excited about what the playoffs are shaping up to look like. You know, and I've been a Lynx fan for a long time. Like, I don't know if anyone knows, but I'm a part of 6 podcasts of the year as well. And we've been going like almost 5 years, I want to say. And shout out to the squad on my head, because that's where it came from. I started off as a writer for the league, and then they was like, do this pod. Shout out Drew. Just feel like this playoffs is about to be exciting because I believe we're going to have a new champion. So it's just a matter of determining who the new champion is going to be. But then again, let me not sleep on the Aces. Let me not do that. But just looking at the records, bro, like, and knowing, like, let me go down so y'all can see. It's to me, it's locked in. Like, this is what the playoffs is going to be, 1 through 8. If the playoffs started today for the WNBA, it's the Minnesota Lynx. It's the New York Liberty. You know what I mean? And I'm not sure if who would look better against the Valkyries, like either the Wings or the Liberty. I'm thinking the Wings because they're younger. They got more ability, I believe, to kind of explode. You know what I mean? Like with AZ Fudd doing her thing. When she is playing anyway, because the last couple games I seen, or at least the last game I seen, she was sitting. And I'm not sure what the Liberty are going through, but my belief is that they're just kind of coasting, you know, because they did come off of a championship not too long ago, and they might just be like, hey, we just need to get to the playoffs. That's it. So they might be coasting, and I can anticipate them actually clicking when it's actually time. So, you know, and then especially when you are able to just game plan for a certain opponent, like, yeah, you're able to lock in and get some objectives complete. But if I had to decide today who would be the 8th seed, it's probably going to be, like, I would almost have to look at schedules, to be honest. Like, if I want to keep it a buck, I would probably have to look at schedules. But if I'm just going to roll the dice or flip a coin, my guess would be that maybe it is the Liberty, but I'm not gonna go there because they got a lot of depth, bro. And they have a big three, a silent big three. They got Marine over there, uh Astia over there. Like they got a lot of people. So I'm gonna say the Liberty edge it out. And I did see somebody else tweet about that too. Like Liberty, Valkyries. Oh, Tarika. Liberty, Valkyries are looking kind of real over here. And yeah, they've been looking real since their inception. Like I had real high hopes and expectations for the Valkyries actually, because the team, when they came together, when they were put together, you could tell that it wasn't just, oh, okay, just grab these players from wherever, whatever, all right, go out there. It wasn't like that. Like they were actually building something. They knew what they wanted to build, what they wanted to put together. They brought in players that actually aligned with what their coach wanted to do, which is basically you came in brand new and you already had a culture established. So shout out to the Valkyries for that, for sure. Like it's not a lot of teams. I mean, if we look at Portland right now, you know what I mean? Like a lot of people are like, oh, well, Portland isn't this, that, and the third, but Portland is actually in the ninth seed. You know what I mean? So, but and maybe the Valkyries just set a bar. You know what I mean? But I mean, Portland is not far off from just dropping. You know what I mean? Even Seattle's down there. Toronto, they've had a rough like string of luck to me. Losing Marina, losing Kiki early, and some of the roster rotation that's been going on. Like, so it's some things, and it's not been a lot of stability over there. So, they could have been looking a little bit better, but they still not far off. I mean, if they go on a 5-7 game win streak all of a sudden, then that looks like what, you know what I mean? They might be ninth, 10th seed and look decent, just right on the cusp of the playoffs. But I think this is what it is. Nobody's catching up. Like we got up to 12 games left for some. Like, the Sparks got 12. Liberty got what? 10. You know what I mean? Like it's a few teams. They got 11. Or no, that's 12. They got 12 games. You know what I mean? 12 games, 11 games. So yeah, it's a few teams here that will basically shuffle, of course, but I'm just gonna go off what I believe is going to be the playoffs, and it's interesting that the Fever and Dream are this close to. Um, I think the top three is locked easily. Top three is locked: Minnesota, Golden State, Vegas. Uh, and I think it's interesting. Shout out to the Washington Mystics, man. Like they've been doing their thing. I'm just glad to see Shakira Austin has actually been healthy, and now we get a chance to see her actually take the next step. Like I've been predicting her to take the next step, and now we're starting to see it. Like people are actually trying to throw her in DPOY conversations, and whatnot. And she's been showing up on the offensive end as well. Like she's been really expanding her game. So I'm happy to see that as well too, because I've been bigging her up too for a while, like anticipating her jump. But for the last 2 years or so, she's been plagued by injuries, and it hasn't been the best. It sucks. But they're here now, and they've been just racking up more players and more players over the years. Maybe it was a blessing in disguise. I'm not gonna get over what happened with EDD. I'll never get over it, but it was cool to see EDD suit up and be a part of that for the All-Star like festivities and whatnot. So that was a good thing. And EDD looked like she could come back, bro. Like imagine nah, let me not even go there. Let me not go there. Let me not reach too far, but jumping in, yeah. So I said Liberty. I'm gonna go Liberty 7, but I'm gonna go Wings 8. And if it's Wings in Minnesota, Dallas, I love y'all. Paige, I love you. AZ, I love you. Arike, you've been great. You've been doing your thing. You have actually taken a step that I actually wanted you to take moving forward. And you've paced your game in more places, and you've done a lot of the things required that I think allows for other things to coexist around you. And you've changed your game. Like I'm not forgetting the Mark Cuban commercial where you got your feet up, and it just was like you were the face of this team. So shout out to you for not getting offended by a Paige Becker's being drafted, or AZ Fudd being drafted. Like that's actually kind of underrated, to be honest. Um, and that's appreciative, like that you actually kind of took Paige under your wing, oh, this my rook and whatnot. It wasn't like you were looking at it like, oh, I'm about to set up the person that's gonna replace me. You didn't do that. So uh I think that was a good look. Um, but just moving forward, yeah, I'm still going with the Lynx. I mean with the Lynx easily. Like the Lynx, a lot of people, let's jump into it. People have Olivia Miles in the MVP conversation because this team was doing what they've been doing. No phone, not right now. This team been doing what it's been doing before Fee came back. And that's why Olivia Miles is in the MVP conversation because, yeah, yes, we could shout out Cheryl Reeve. We could do that. She deserves it because, you know, I used to call this team the by committee team, and they were my silent killer for a while. Like I was believing that the Minnesota Lynx could have won, including last season. But that they were going to get it done by committee because the way that their roster was set up. Oh, at one point, no point guard before Olivia, no just clear point guard. Oh, at one point, no clear center. Then Alana Smith came in, and it's just like at the end of the day, though, a lot of people still didn't see that as just like clear point guard, clear center, or no point guard, no clear center. And then even now, some people are like, okay, so who's gonna play center? Is it Fee or is it Natasha Howard? It's just like they just get it done. You know what I mean? Like they just get it done. And that's another thing too. Like Natasha Howard to me is the glue, and if you do listen to my other podcast that I'm on, I'll sound like a broken record because I just said it over there too, if I'm not mistaken, either this episode that should come out or a couple weeks ago. But Natasha Howard to me, if Indiana would have kept Natasha Howard, I would be looking at this totally different. But that didn't happen. And then they have Natasha Howard over there. She makes big plays. Her length is irritating to a lot of people, a lot of players and whatnot. She does what she has to do on the defensive end. So I like what I see from her. And she actually get buckets too. Like she's put up a couple like really good double doubles and whatnot. It's just a little bit overlooked, I believe. Um, but yeah, this team is pretty good, top to bottom. And to have Olivia Miles and you got K Mac over there flexing the other day, where she dropped 10 threes. Because I was watching that game too, and she was just like unconscious. It was fun to watch. Because Olivia is kind of like that player to me. She's like my MJ, my Kobe, my for a while, really Steph too. I don't like missing their games, and I don't like missing her games. Like I seen it at TCU when she was going as hard as she could go. And a lot of people kind of dismissed her from that point, like, oh, she ain't going this, she ain't going that. A lot of people like to just slander so quickly without actually just kind of admiring the players for what they are, instead of them having to be what you think they need to be, or they not doing this or that. Or a lot of times it's just fit, it's just coaching, it's just usage rate, things of that nature. A lot of people don't actually factor those things in, but yeah. So let me just go on and get off the Lynx. I'm gushing. Lynx going. They getting out of that round. Valkyries are getting out. I think New York might be in trouble because unless John Quill kind of wakes up, Brianna is her full self. The Valkyries are probably the team that people wouldn't expect to beat somebody like the New York Liberty. And I think that they are capable of doing so because how do you game plan for them? Like you can try to hone in on whatever aspect of their game, but their game is so, and that could be actually a bad thing. I could be wrong, and it might not be a series, and that'll be a 5-game series. So, but so the Valkyries would only have to win 2, or no, that's first round 3. They would only have to win 3. Wait, no, it's best of yeah. So they would only have to win 2. Like I think they could pull that off. So it would be best of 3 first round. So yeah, good luck, New York, like with that. Like you can't fumble at all. And you're not at home. You know what I mean? So good luck with that. Moving up, Vegas Mystics. That's tough. Because Vegas, I don't want to go against Vegas until somebody proves me wrong, but I like the Mystics because Kiki's over there. Sonya's over there, Shakira's over there. Like they have multiple players that they can throw at Asia, but Asia's unstoppable. She's the GOAT. You know what I mean? Like she's a legend. We're watching in real time. um in this young WNBA 30 years in. Um, but I can see her kind of giving Asia a little bit of like physical play and whatnot, but who doesn't do that? Like Aaliyah Boston does that. Um, so maybe Kiki will come in with a little bit of that and kind of try to bother Aja. But once Aja gets going and she do that Hulk little she like scream out, it's like over. So I'm thinking if you want to beat the Aces, you have to try to stop Chelsea somehow from turning clutch. um, but I'm thinking this year, you have to, if you can, stop Jackie. If you can stop Jackie and put everything off onto Aja and make it where Chelsea has to step up, they can still get it done. You know what I mean? But your best bet is to try to go at Jackie. Try. I'm not saying Jackie's whack or nothing like that. Don't run this around. Um, but I think that that's something that's possible. But then again, the Mystics don't have that experience, especially against the champion coming into it right now. So I'm gonna go Aces. But Mystics will be fun to watch in this situation. And then lo and behold, with the WNBA probably once anyway, the Fever and the Dream, and that's kind of tough. That's a tough choice. Like I said, if the Fever still had Natasha Howard, bro, like I would damn near pit them against anybody except maybe the Aces and the Liberty. But they're missing some connective tissue. Like I see Michaela Timpson minutes, and it's just like, okay, well, if that was Natasha Howard, especially if you have like Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell doing their thing, and you know what I mean, like they're spacing the floor, and then you have Natasha being able to do the things that she was doing. She's now in Minnesota for those that might not might just be tuning in, but if they had her still, they would be better off, I think, because they would have a better like glue girl per se. You know what I mean? Like, because I feel like she's the glue for Minnesota as well. She's like that type of player. She's like connective tissue to me. So, um, I mean, just looking at Atlanta, um, Angel kind of freeing up some things and then kind of cleaning up some things. To be honest, I know Angel get a lot of hate, but she gonna do what she do, and she's actually been doing a lot this year for this team. So I think this has been a quiet year for Alicia Gray though. Like last year was just leash, leash, leash. You know what I mean? And then she flexed and unrivaled. I don't know if she kind of maybe exhausted herself and chilled out since Unrivaled, but it's like a more who knows? Maybe they're waiting for the playoffs too. But I know Ryan Howard has come along as well too, and she's looking basically the way we all anticipated 2-3 years ago. Like Ryan Howard needs to slow down. She needs not to jack up shots, not to be so volume, not to be so ISO. All those things, she's checked all those boxes now. So when I look at Ryan Howard, I'm just looking like, okay, you've come a long way from when we first started experiencing you on the WNBA basketball floor. And it could just get better from here, to be honest. Like she might just have one of those series where she clicks and you won't be able to stop her at all. So I mean, if I had to make a decision, I mean, it's gonna really come down to if Brianna Jones is showing up for one, because I heard she just went down. I didn't actually see her go down. I kind of got home a little like after the game was already underway. So I didn't see exactly if it was like non-contact or whatnot, but I hope she's healthy and fine. But if Brianna Jones isn't there, then the Fever definitely had an opportunity to win because Aaliyah Boston, I'm sure she's gonna turn into Aaliyah Boston, like I like to call her, BOSS Boston. and and then you got Caitlin and Kelsey. So I think that they can like run up the score and really like muck up the game a little bit and really just steal it away because it's so much for Atlanta that needs to happen. Like Jordan Canada needs to be playing on all cylinders. Alicia Gray needs to be making sure she does what she does. And Ryan Howard just got to be good. Like she can't turn into like panic mode Ryan Howard or anything. So let's hope for that. But I mean, the way it's sounding, I'm thinking I'm going to go with Atlanta in this situation. I think I am. It's an early pick for this though, but I'm gonna go with Atlanta only because Natasha Howard is not in Indiana, and I can't see Michaela Timpson or someone else off of Indiana Fever bench being more potentially more effective than like Nas Hillman or something like that. So it's gonna end up really coming down to benches and the carryover from the starters after they get out of the game. And so that would leave us where, so let me see, 1 2, that would be Minnesota up top, 2 would be Golden State, they'll be at the bottom, 3 would be Vegas, they'll be down there with the Valkyries, good lord, 4 would be the Dream. Oh we so it would be what, Valkyries at Vegas. Oh we that just sound fun. Um, that's actually kind of interesting because the Valkyries know how to give Aja issues. At least they have looked like that. Just in their entire time, it's only been almost 2 full seasons, but they look like they can give them the flux a little bit. But it's about the other things like, can you stop Chelsea? Can you stop Jackie? Um, and then it's for the Valkyries in this situation, it would be, who is your like clear go-to? I mean, a lot of people will say Veronica Burton. Um, who is your clear go-to? Like who Vegas would basically game plan for? And with that being something that's not determined, I believe that the Aces would win out for in that situation. And then if I go Lynx and in Dream, I'm going Lynx. Like I'm just doing it. Like fees back. They have all of the pieces that they have. They seem more well oiled and ready. Um, Especially with Fee kind of coming back in the way that she has. I mean, it looked kind of, that first game anyway was kind of like, it was kind of like top heavy to me. Especially if you look at the box score. That game was top heavy, but it's kind of settling back out. And we just seen a K-Mac explosion and whatnot. We know Olivia's still doing her thing. So, and then to have Nafisa Collier tell you basically you're the point guard, so you have to control this team, and you have to get everybody in line. Like, to get that type of respect was good, P. To get that type of respect, um, from basically an MVP candidate, to get that type of respect from an MVP candidate, from somebody who's prominent in this league. Like, if I said top 5 players, I'm sure you got Fee in there. So, to have that honor bestowed upon you from somebody of her stature, like, that's empowering. And I think that is going to carry over into the playoffs for sure. Like, Olivia's already feeling like, I could get this done. I can show up. I can lead this team basically, because that's what Fee is saying. And she's kind of just displaying it. Like, it's not a selfishness to her. It's like just totally selfless. And hey, that's gonna pay off, man. I really do think that it's gonna pay off. Like, we've been screaming at for a while about the point guard and whatnot situation, and I already spoke to it. So I'm going Lynx. So it's Lynx Aces basically. Um but I could realistically see all of these teams right here in the picture. I could see them. These 5 here, I could see them all, including the Fever 2, Fever Dream, of course the Valkyries, because they're like mysterious. But just based on my predictions, this is just mine. This is nobody else's. This is not no voter, no people, you know what I mean? Like, all putting in a pot or nothing like that. And it's still 10 games out. And then let me pivot too, because I did want to pivot. We are going to have a break in the middle of the season, or really towards the end of the season. And we are going to pivot basically to USA basketball. And they're going to go overseas from, I believe, the 3rd through the 14th. And I think the dates here, the 4th through the 13th. I got my dates kind of switched up. That 3 and 4 switched up. And yeah, the team is Aaliyah Boston, Paige Beckers, Caitlin Clark, Nafisa Collier, Kalia Copper, Chelsea Gray, Ryan Howard, Kelsey Plum, Angel Reese, Brianna Stewart, Asia Wilson, Jackie Young. I see dubs. W's in the chat. W's in the chat. W's in the chat. But they're gonna go over there. The WNBA season is gonna be on pause during this time. So we're gonna get kind of an extended season, a little bit minus the extra games that we're gonna get in the future here from the expansion teams, but we're gonna get basically playoffs in October because of this. And because my cousin just asked me too, like when the playoffs start, I'm like around October, bro. But we're gonna see that as well. And I know they're set to play 3 games up front, and then it's gonna go based on, you know, what happens with the teams, who loses to who wins against who, and whatnot, and it's gonna extend a little bit further. But I believe we play a game. I want to say, uh, I don't know if it's the third, but I know it's like 3 games within like 4 days. I want to say the third, fifth, and seventh, something like that. So we will be pivoting to that. So just be on the lookout for that, because we are going to see Caitlin and Angel together. Look at them; they got them posted right here together. Come on, y'all, shake hands and let's hug all the fan bases out there. But I like what this team is, because we got our main players. We got Angel, we got Brianna, we got Fee. We good, like we're good. You know what I mean? So I think they're going to be successful in doing what they're going to do. But getting back and going ahead and closing this thing out with who I think my champion is going to be. Um, I'm going to. I'm gonna sound like a fanboy. I'm going with the Lynx. I'm going with the Lynx this year. Knowing what Fee is capable of, knowing that Fee can operate from the block, she can operate from the perimeter, she can operate really from anywhere. And then now she has Olivia Miles who can take that weight off of her. And now you can't hone in and try to double or anything like that. Courtney Williams does her thing from mid range. K Mac is over there, and she can explode at any time. It don't got to be 10 threes. It could be 5 or 7 or something like that. She just gets in the flow, and it's you know what I mean. It's curtains for somebody. And then you got Natasha Howard over there with her length and her ability to, like, you know, try to get her hands on balls and things like that, rebound, or just be another big body. So I think that, you know, again, hone in on Jackie in this situation. You know, maybe let Aja go for 30, 40, whatever, but hone in on Jackie and try to limit Jackie if you can. Like, and pray that Chelsea Gray doesn't turn into Chelsea Gray from the Seattle series a few years ago. Like, pray that she doesn't just turn it up and go crazy. And that's what I would do. I would pray first before y'all go out. I know the Lynx do they dance, but I could see them actually beating the Aces. But it's to be done. It's to be done. I'm not gonna disrespect the Aces. Um, Aja's Aja and Olivia are competing for MVP, and then if I touch on that, you know what I mean. Like, I don't have voter fatigue, but I will look at these records. I will look at the fact that Olivia is brand new, rookie, came into this team. You know, everybody want to attach it to Cheryl Reeve, but it's just like, okay, so if Olivia wasn't here, what would the record be for the Minnesota Lynx? Like, y'all got Courtney Williams running point guard. Not saying she can't, but is she Olivia Miles? You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people, when you bring up certain things, you got to put things into context as well. Like, you can't just say stuff and then just, you know, just because you not necessarily feeling that player, or you think that it's attributed to, man, that's everywhere. That's everywhere across the league. The Valkyries are like that too. We're seeing them be the best version of themselves because what? Natalie Nakasi is the coach. Okay, so okay, that's fine. And you got a lot of players that are hungry and whatnot too. So that's everything is a part of it. Like, MVP is not really on one player. It's almost really honestly a team award, if you being honest, because you're not going to be up for it. If the Lynx are the 5th, 6th seed right now, we're not considering that. You know what I mean? At all. Nobody's putting Olivia in that conversation. But I do like that Kelsey Mitchell is getting some love. That's overdue. That's long overdue. But it didn't happen. It didn't happen until what? You start racking up wins. They're a top 4 seed, and that's what's going on with it. You know what I mean? Like, even these 5 seeds, I would say. I seen a graphic where they have the DPOYs. No, actually, no, it wasn't this top 5, because I believe Brianna was in it. But they even put Kia Stokes in there. from the Golden State Valkyries. And I'm like, Gabby Williams, maybe, because Gabby would be one of my more powerful, prominent picks for a DPOY candidate than Kia Stokes. But you know what I mean? You start winning games, you get a spotlight. And that's just kind of how things go, But I will go with the links this time. I don't know if the Aces would be able to pull it out. I just want to see this last string of games, to be honest. But I know we're gonna get interrupted. So let's knock on wood. We don't, you know what I mean? We don't get no injuries. And we actually get a relatively healthy playoff, so we can see the best against the best without like a fee going down or like Brianna not being 100% or something like that. You know what I mean? Like Caitlin Clark having back issues, or you know what I mean? Like Brianna Jones not being here or something like that. Like I want a healthy playoff, to be honest. Like I want to be able to watch these teams and know, okay, this is the top of the cream of the crop. That's what I personally want. So let's hope for the best with that. But yeah, like watching the Dream right now, they're killing the Sun. Skylar Diggins should have got traded to the Sun. It's certain other things that could have happened here, and it's a lot of people were saying that the Valkyries should have actually traded for somebody in order to kind of jump over the hump in people's playoff minds anyway, when it comes to what they could potentially do come playoff time. But I don't think you need a clear cut just superstar, except against certain teams like Vegas, like maybe Minnesota, and New York. That's really it. Everybody else, Valkyries. You know what I mean? Easy. But I'm interested in seeing that 4-5, how that shakes out for sure. And I mean, Vegas is right there too. So really 3 through 8 is still kind of up for grabs with the games that's left. Personally, I think New York is coasting, like I said. But yeah, these top two, that's it. That's set. And I'm going with the Lynx. You know what I mean? And if I had to choose a dark horse, I know everybody, it might be, oh, what's your dark horse? Who's your underrated pick? I'll probably go with the Valkyries. You know what I mean? I have been covering them with Khan on EM Dub and whatnot, and we watched them come up from the beginning and what they look like. I wish they would have kept Carla late though, because she was in that system, and now she's flexing, but she's not a Valkyrie anymore. And it's like, but she got that experience from being a Valkyrie and being under Natalie Nakasi. So yeah, so that's just my preview. I'll probably do another one like when it's actually time for the playoffs. So what, in the next month type of thing. But I just been excited about what this looks like, because the playoffs to me are already set. As far as the 8 teams that will be there, it's not, the seeding isn't set, but the teams are. Like, I don't, it's nothing going to change drastically unless, I'm not even going to speak it into existence. We're not going to have that happen. We're not going to have no injuries, no drastic injuries. But yeah, going down the line, make sure y'all follow Collecting and Connecting. Make sure y'all get on Top Shot for sure. Make sure y'all follow me at opinionated_MJ or Ball Until 2 a.m., whichever one you want to get down with. Collecting and Connecting got a YouTube. Ball Until 2 a.m. is a YouTube. Make sure y'all follow the squad. Shout out to P, because you over here recruiting some of us. Shout out to bro running Bulls league. But yeah, make sure y'all follow the league. That's another squad that I'm with. We do our thing. And it's a lot of content over there. It's football, WNBA, baseball, everything's over there. So, we got everything over here too at Collecting and Connecting. I'm bringing back the WNBA side of things. I'm gonna try to get some guests on here too. Very knowledgeable individuals. I tried to get one for this one too, but wasn't available. But just make sure y'all tap in, bro. Appreciate y'all.
Ball until 2 a.m. Still got game in the tank. Turn the page, check the score. Then I slide to the rank. Opinionated MJ. Spit it clean, keep it real. Live on Collecting all the hits. Connecting every deal. From the hardwood to the mic. I keep the run down tight. One more run, one more take. For the one still up tonight. Say it loud, say it clear. Who got the stats right here? Show report, big heart. I bring the game near. All until 2 a.m. All until 2 a.m. Sports update, here we go. Let the whole